Welcome to episode 3 of Healthy Teen Talks, a podcast by teens for teens to discuss all things prevention with Matt's Teen Influencer Group. My name is Riley and I'm in 7th grade.
I'm Kelly and I'm in 10th grade.
I'm
I'm Ben.
Sophia and I'm in ninth grade.
I'm
I'm
Ben.
Dylan and I'm in 11th grade.
I'm Ben, and I'm also in 10th grade.
I'm Ryan and I'm in 12th grade.
I'm Amelia and I'm in 6th grade.
I'm Danielle and I'm in the 12th grade.
So the topics that we'll be overviewing today in this Healthy Teen Talks episode is peer pressure to drink or use drugs, holiday break self-care, and the New Year's resolutions for 2023. Kelly, what's peer pressure to you in your own words, and what do you believe causes others to use peer pressure to drink or use drugs?
Thank you. See, many believe that peer pressure is the need to please or fit in by engaging in a behavior that is encouraged by classmates, friends, and others. But the urge to form dangerous habits isn't limited to only correlating with trying to fit in. This desire to match a person's expectations often builds in silence, and sometimes teens see alcohol and drugs as their only outlet. So they submit to this encouraged behavior. Same can go for underage drinking and drug use, because an untreated pressure buildup through social media or in-person contact often leads to unhealthy behaviors. It's important to reflect on your emotions and listen to your discomfort. It can likely prevent these issues.
Thank you, Kelly. And Sophia, what would you do if someone pressured you to drink?
So if someone tried pressuring me to drink, I would probably just tell them that I don't drink. And especially if they are my friend, I would try to advise them to not drink as well.
Thank you. I can definitely agree with that. Dylan, with the grade that you're in currently, how is the environment with your school in regards to drinking and using?
I think at my school, at least, I'm in 11th grade, and it's something that's kind of been normalized, and it's not really frowned upon. Yeah, people don't really understand like the negative downsides to it, you know?
Yeah, I can definitely see that. And Amelia, what is your piece of advice on how they can deal with how everyone can deal with peer pressure?
My advice is to just say no, and if you are peer pressured to drink or use drugs, and to know what's the right thing to do, and not follow what others are doing if it's bad.
Thank you, Amelia. And I'm going to bring it over to you now with the next topic.
The next topic is about holiday break self-care. So, Riley, how do you plan to take care of yourself during this holiday break? What do you plan on to finish 2022 strong?
So I plan to take as much time as I need to myself during the break and mostly relax, because I feel like when we're in school, all we can think about is our grades and how stressful it's going to be, and the anxiety and the stress gets to you, and it's not really healthy to think about all of that and how it builds up inside of you. So I'm going to take a holiday break to relax, hang out with my family, and I'll probably, clean my room and stuff. And I plan on focusing on the positives of the 2022 year, and hopefully that will be enough to get me.
Ryan, as teens, how do you make sure not to let that feeling of being too relaxed get to you?
I make sure that the feeling of being too relaxed, I make sure that to not get that feeling of getting out of sync with what we all usually do. I'd suggest doing something such as like community service, which keeps you busy, and keeping a schedule, doing productive things such as catching up on like schoolwork, during the holiday break, preparing for when you come back from break, and just like activities like community service, like I mentioned before.
That's amazing. Ben and Danielle, what are your tips for young students like us for making every day of our holiday break worth it?
Well, I'd suggest, for one thing, I would suggest not staying inside all the time. That's, I think, my best advice. So I think going outside and doing things is going to be the best way for you to spend your break in this case. Not that staying inside is bad necessarily, but just kind of, stretch your legs, take walks. I'd say just kind of find a balance between staying inside and going out, because a lot of people just tend to stay inside all the time during this time. But no, I'd recommend going out from time to time.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. And what about you, Danielle?
Like what Ben said, I definitely agree to also like go outside and kind of get a breath of fresh air too. But like also to make for both young students or young kids and adults, I feel like to make every day of the holiday break, like worth it and memorable is to actually like find new hobbies because like my friend too, she's been starting to like crochet and she even like made her own hat. So like if you guys start crocheting, you guys can do that too. But like me too, I've been able to find new hobbies to entertain myself, like doing arts and crafts but like most importantly, also to like spend time with my family rather than to just stay at home and like going on my phone or watching videos and isolating myself. Like a tip that I would say is to really like work on yourself like mentally by entertaining yourself or finding new hobbies like what I said earlier, but to also like spend time with loved ones too over the break.
That's amazing. So everyone's New Year's resolutions for stress and anxiety. So Sophia and Kelly, what are 5 words to describe your year of 2022?
Okay, so my 5 words would probably be adventurous, fun, adaptive, new, and love. So adventurous, I was traveling over the summer this year, and that was one of my main highlights of the year. Fun, I've done a bunch of new things and gone to a new school, which was a lot of fun. And that ties into my next one, which is adaptive, because I had to adapt to the new environment of the new school. And my next one's new, which also correlates. There was so much new this year. And then love, because I got to spend so much time with my family who I love.
For my 5 words, I would definitely say perseverant, learning, challenging, growth, and perspective. For perseverant, I would say as a Mad Teen Influencer working with Mad, I've had the opportunity to grow and meet other teen influencers that support the mission of Mad. And I've taken new classes, and as the world mitigates against the COVID aftermath, I can see a lot of new progress coming together.
That's good. Next, anybody who wants to, what are a New Year's resolution regarding stress to you?
My New Year's resolution is to be able to relax but also be productive at the same time. So I would like to be able to balance that better.
Mine is to get my homework done like on a reasonably time and not let it build up, because like after I was sick for a few days and then it does build up because of that, because I'm not at school. But just getting after finishing the work and not being lazy, it lifts a ton of weight off your shoulders.
Yeah, procrastination is a big issue. It's not necessarily what I do, but my New Year's resolution, I'd say, is somewhat related to work, but it's kind of being, I guess, what's the word? Being proactive in doing it, I guess. So I do it, but sometimes I just kind of go through the motions and I don't take the time to actually really like learn anything. Like my mind just kind of glosses over it and I just kind of do it. And then when it comes for a test, I'm like, I didn't remember anything I just did. So it's like, kind of taking the time to actively like think about what I'm doing. I don't know.
For me, I would say probably just getting out more instead of staying cooped up in my room all day.
Yeah, does anybody else have anything?
Yeah, I would definitely say meditating with study music. I tend to study with background beats that are soft, and it has greatly decreased my stress.
That is nice. And does anybody else want to go before we wrap up?
I would say my New Year's resolution is to probably, because like this year my mindset was like both positive and negative, but hopefully for 2023 I can work on a more positive mindset rather than the negative.
That is good to have a positive mindset.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Danielle.
This was a great podcast. Thank you to all the listeners out there. Together with MAD, today's generation can start healthy habits. Stay tuned for the next episode. Remember, no more victims.